Hello, welcome back to the Healing Table. I'm Grace.
I'm Julia, and welcome to the Healing Table.
So today we're going to be talking about social media and basically its impacts on self-image, especially for South Sudanese girls. I would say girls all around the world, social media really does. I would say social media is not all bad, but I want to ask my mom, like, what does she think about social media before I get into more of the topics, like before having Facebook and stuff. Like, what did you think about social media whenever it started becoming like such a popular thing to be on and platform to?
Let me say about social media, it's not too bad if you're using it very carefully, and it's good to connect people in all over the globe. And there is a people, especially me, like I'm from back home. I have my child school friend that I can talk to, I can connect to them, and we can talk in the FaceTime. For the new generation, well, it's everything for them. That's the thing that they make their life go. They want to know everything about anything. They go to social media. Now it's like TikTok now come and it's popular. In my own age now, if I need something, I want to know about something, I can search it up in TikTok and boom,
That's what I
right
think.
there. So really social media, if you're using it in the good way, is good, but don't abuse it. The only thing is if you have the youngest one like mine, they're using my Apple ID, so that if there is anything that I have to look behind that, then I will know before anything. Some parents, they don't know nothing about the Snapchat. And that's exactly everything click in there. Like they talk about everything in the Snapchat, and I know that some of the parents, they don't even know how to do social media stuff. Me, even by myself, I don't know a lot. I'm still learning. Thanks to my children, they teach me, especially my youngest one. I always go to her for everything. I was like, what is this? And how I'm gonna do this? And they'll be cracking up like, Mom, just do 1, 2, 3. But you're just gonna learn. It's a good thing. I think it's everything right now in this generation. If you don't know social media, you will block yourself out from a lot of stuff that you should know about it, including the news. But you gotta know what is true and what is not, especially now with the AI or whatever. I do not want to click something in AI because me sometimes I'm like, is it that real and everything? And I will tell my daughter, they were like, no, Mom, this is the AI. I'm like, okay, just leave it alone. But if you have children close to you, of course, you're not gonna make a big mistake. So I think social media is good.
I would say, yeah, social media can be entertaining. It could be kind of a place that you draw inspiration. Things like seeing creators who kind of like accomplish the things that you feel like you want to accomplish. They might be giving advice and stuff with that certain thing. So just getting connected with a lot of people, you're right. But I do feel like a lot of people in this generation do abuse it. I do feel like it's come to the point where people don't necessarily feel like they really know themselves, like truly.
They don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah. So it's almost like I would say that social media, a lot of times people compare themselves and like what they have going on with their life to someone who basically created a perfect video and posted it. And now the viewer thinks like that's their everyday. They don't know what really happens behind the scenes and what that person is truly going through, but they want to compare themselves to what the next person or where the next person's at in their lives. And I would say, like in my 20s and things, I do feel like it is a bigger thing because you see a lot of people who are younger now using social media to basically become a millionaire, become
famous and all that. Yeah.
I think a lot of people are just wanting that because they think that it's easy, but I feel like it's really hard. You have to stay really dedicated. I know, like even with us and our TikToks and YouTube, you do have to definitely put a lot of time and effort into these things. But I would say that, yeah, with the 20-year-olds, they do see a lot of people who, are making it at a young age, and they just kind of like, it starts to give the person like anxiety in a way, or a self-doubt, or all these negative feelings about themselves and where they're at, instead of it motivating. But I feel like it also just depends on the person and like how they see it and how they take in social media. I had seen a post not too long ago on TikTok, and it was like saying how, what is it, the millennials and like the people who are older basically use social media like how it's supposed to be used, because all they do is just take a picture, post there every day, just like, oh, I made a cake, take a picture, post that. People in my generation, they're so scared to post anything, but they want to have that image and notoriety behind it, but they're so into like, oh, let me make sure
Somebody's
that this
gonna
picture
judge
is
them and stuff like
picture
that.
perfect and whatnot. But our parents, they
No,
could
we don't
post it and
care.
they don't care.
We don't
Right?
care. We just put it right there. Sometimes I don't even put the filter or anything. I just like, boom, right here. It's me.
Yeah, and I would say that's another thing, like with the filters. I would say for me growing up, like with Snapchat, Snapchat always had like all the good filters and stuff. Like I really did like using filters, certain filters and stuff, but it came to a point where I felt like I didn't really know my beauty without a filter. Like honestly, it was like, I would say like high schoolish. I don't have Snapchat anymore, but my favorite Snapchat filter, whatever it is that makes me feel more confident, that did really create like something within myself where I was like insecure to not post without a filter. But after I grew up a little bit, I really stopped completely using filters. And especially like ever since I got my digital camera, but even then I started wearing less makeup and things like that. Being yourself and being okay with your own beauty without makeup. But I feel like after not wearing makeup for a long time and really just getting used to myself and my beauty, I really started looking back and thinking like, wow, I really am beautiful. I really didn't need any of that at all. And I know that there's people that it takes a long time to get to that point where they feel like they're okay with themselves without makeup. I know that a lot of celebrities I've seen, they don't even feel comfortable coming on the screen or coming online without the full glam or anything. So it's not just an issue for people who, normal people, but it's also an issue for every woman. But what do you have to say about the self-image part with the filters and stuff?
I know the filter will make you look like a totally different, beautiful person, but you have to embrace yourself. You have to have a thick skin. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you're beautiful. And then embrace yourself. Like my daughter here, this girl, I know one day she can be a model. She is so beautiful that when she was little, everybody was telling me, one day she's going to be in the runway. She did not try yet, but one day somebody's going to, she is pretty. So she doesn't have to do anything. Yeah, she can wear her makeup. She can want to do anything, but thank God she did not want to use the filter anymore. But all the black girl over there, look at who is rocking the wall. Is the black girl skin. High skin. I wish I have high skin. She take from me and her daddy, and she becomes so beautiful. So that she had to embrace it. And I know self-image over there is everything. You have to look thin. You have to dress up a certain way. You have to do makeup and all that stuff. But sometimes just sit by yourself like, hey, I think I look beautiful. I think without makeup I can survive. I think without dressing up without losing all this weight, I can still be somebody. So that's the reason why social media can be good and can be bad, because the influence. Sometimes you see something, you are like, oh my God, I'm not good enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not skinny enough. I don't have well dressed. All this kind of stuff is gonna come to your mind and messing up with your brain and everything. I think sometimes you have to put pause and then sit back and think like, hey, I'm beautiful like that. My dress, there is nothing wrong with that. My weight, there is nothing wrong with that. And just embrace your day by day yourself, and make sure that you're telling yourself that you look beautiful. It doesn't matter any day and anyhow, you are beautiful. And look at us. If it's not the social media, we're not going to be doing this. How are we going to do it? The healing table. That's the thing that inside me for a long time. And we just started last year, not even 7 months yet. But I think we're doing great. I wish I did this sooner. But in the other way, I was like, I'm so grateful that in this time when my kid can watch, and then one day if I'm not even here or whatever, they can go back and watch whatever we talk about. They can be a statement. They can be their own book. They know what we talk about it, and my daughter's here with me. And thank you guys.
I would say the self-image part, it is a bigger thing, I feel like, for South Sudanese girls, like growing up, because a lot of the times we're the odd ones out. You know, as a little kid, I didn't really know that I was different than other people until other people started pointing it out. It wasn't like necessarily that I grew up and I knew I was black or something. I really didn't even care about my skin color. I was just living my life. Until I started getting bullied about my skin color, then that's really what made me feel some type of way, like, oh, I am different. And I would say that living in the Western world and the US, most of the people that we go to school with are white or Mexican. You know, we're in Texas, but yeah, a lot of them are majority white people. So a lot of the times, like, that's really just the beauty standard. And people treat you like differently because of your skin, and if you're pretty, like, to the society's norm, then you're treated better. In Sudan, like, I'm pretty sure that, like, they wouldn't have to think that much between, well, in Sudan there is still colorism, though. There is still colorism.
There's still Arab, but I never got bullied by anybody in Sudan before, because we did not talk about color, even at the school. They never call your name. But here in this country here, you have to go through a lot. Like, they bully you too much.
I would say it's because most of the people in Sudan are like the same color anyway.
They're the same color, and there is a light, there is a black, there is a middle, like, kind of skin, even though we don't have enough clothes or we don't care about how we dress. But when I got here, my kid is feeling a lot of bullies. A lot of bullies, and they will make you like you nobody. You're never gonna be anybody, and your skin color. I don't know what they think about the skin color, but guys, when we in Syria, that's a real story. Me and one of my husband's cousin, we were going to the store, and the Syrian people see he's really dark, very beautiful and dark, and they come and try to clean his skin out, what his black is in that time. Like, there's a people that they don't know anything about blackness. But now, at least, because the war let people run into different places, now they know what his black is. But 20 years ago, it's very difficult body of color to acknowledge a black people exist. It was harder for them to accept it. It was harder for them to look at it. And this is still in America exists. So I know our children go through a lot, but we are the parents who had to be there for them. Because if we don't, that thing will break you to pieces. It will give you a really
Self-esteem issue.
says this is the issue that we have to talk about it with our children. Tell them that you are beautiful like that. Don't let anybody tell you that you are different and all that kind of stuff. And stand up for yourself and stuff like that. I know it's not going to disappear, especially in America, but we're just going to be talking about it. Because every time when you talk about issues, when it gets to people, they're going to realize that there is something exists. They have to accept it. We do not have to talk about it and be quiet. We have to talk about it all the time until some people, you have to talk for years before something gets to their brain. So America really have to know black exists and black is here to stay. There is nothing they can do about it. They have to love us, or otherwise we're just going to live different here and different there. This skin is nothing. If you cut anybody's blood, it's still red. Nobody's blood is white. Nobody's blood is black. So the black is red, so the skin is nothing. If you love the black clothes, the flowers, the hair, whatever you name it, why you don't like the black person? Why? Because that's the same color. You like black jeans, you like black shirt, you like the black hat, you like black everything. If you love that, I am a human being. I'm just like you. Why you don't like me? That's the thing that our children, they have to understand, not to let those stuff to get to them, because that's the stuff that is going to make them think about, oh, I am different. I don't belong here. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not skinny enough. Don't even think about that. You are so beautiful. God take a time to create you as beautiful as you are. Be proud of yourself. Lift your shoulder up when somebody talking to you anyhow. Just sometimes don't answer. Just look at them like, huh? And just go. That will hurt them more than just answering them. You have to teach our children. So that's all I'm saying.
I wanted to also say or ask you, like, what do you think are like the beauty standards in Sudan?
The beautiful in Sudan, especially in Khartoum, you have to be clean, you dress up well, nobody care about makeup, nobody care about nothing, put it extra thing in the clothes. It's natural beauty. And then in back home in Juba, like I said, over there when my brother, when they were growing up as a young man, they are making the tea.
Is it like a scar?
Yeah, like something they put it, like they make, what is that called? They make something in the face or in the chest and in your belly. That's their beauty in that time. And as you guys can see the shuluk and then where they're doing the dip, that's their beauty. And Bari, like me, we do not have anything that do it a lot. We have like, you have to put, some people they put like 2 line here, 2 line here. That's the Bari beauty, some of them. The Mundari, they cut your faces little everywhere. The shuluk, they have this spot everywhere. The beauty is imagination totally different. And then the ages, if they see you like you're wearing, they will know where you born, when did you born, and they will know are you from. That's the beauty in Africa. But in here in America, it's totally different. In Sudan, the people, they don't care about what color you are or what is that. You dress up, you do whatever that tattoo, it can be tattoo, but I don't know what they call it. The image that they created for you in your timing, they will know those people they born in 70. Those people they born in 1970, whatever, 60 something. They have their own image. But now in Sudan, they don't do that anymore. But our grandfather, our mother, our great-grandparents, and all the people, all of them, they have something to show for the beauty in their own way. Now it's disappearing. I wish they're not going to disappear, but I know nobody's going to sit down and let them do whatever you have to suffer because the pain is crucial. This is definition in Africa, in Juba, in South Sudan in general. That's the definition of beauty. Like our vice president, Wani, the vice president of South Sudan, he is aged with my brother. That's the way they have his teeth. It's like a shop. You will know from that time, those people, they're born in the same year. You will know by whatever they're doing because they're doing it everywhere. Like when the time comes, they're doing it. And the girls, they have their own too. They're doing the spot, the poke until you can see it from far away. They leave a mark. You can see it here, you can see it just like the way the people doing a tattoo here. But in Africa, it's kind of like, that's the way they tattoo over there is different. So yeah.
I would like to bring up that you do say that in Sudan, a lot of people don't really talk about or care about skin or skin color. But I do know that in Sudan that some people do bleach their skin. And bleaching is a big thing, like in, like I would say Africa, and like maybe some places. I know, like I've heard like some people in Asia even, they bleach their skin so that they're really pale white. Yeah. But what do you have to say about that?
So that one, people when they come in Khartoum and they look at some people, they are white skin and maybe they want to blend in. They want to look the same. And in Africa in general, they're using bleaching, even the men. Kofi, Olomida, bleach skin. A lot of those actors, those singers, they're using the cream to bleach themselves because they do not, I don't know if they don't like the skin color or they want to stay young, because some cream, they don't make you light, but they make you look younger all the time. So I don't know which one is what, but yes, all Africa in general, wherever you go, a lot of people using the skin. I am so grateful for our children in America. They don't accept that. That's a beautiful thing. They embrace the skin and that's the good thing. So sometimes when you go to the party, you will see the mom is very, very, very light, like white person, and then the kid they dark, dark, dark. Like you will explain, like, okay, if that's the kid, and why the mama looking like that? Every too much thing, it make you look like a different person. I used to use bleaching a long time ago, but I quit because I'm growing up. I don't have to keep up with, you have to do it like a job, guys.
Why did you do it previously?
When I was in Sudan, people they used to say they used to bully me like because I'm already light skin, and they were like, "You thinking you are better than this, but if you use this, you have some friend they can push you to do something that you do not want to do it." And I try one time. It's close to the Christmas because I don't use a bleaching for a long time. I'm just like that. Then they told me to use this. I don't know what the cream call it. Man, this thing it burned my face. It burned my face really, really bad that I couldn't even go anywhere for Christmas. That's the time that I was like, Julia, if you're using something, you want to do something, as far that I'm concerned, I use something that is not going to burn my skin or hurt my skin. But, sometimes I was like, let me see if I quit doing this and just, make my own, bring soap and take a shower with the soap, what it can happen. To be honest, I'm good. First of all, you don't have a spot because sometimes when people using cream, you see the hand is black and the nickel is so crazy and all that stuff. Basically, I just stopped using it when I broke my leg, when the COVID occurred. So I was inside the house. I am in my bed for 6 months. My feet go up and down in the machine, so try to recover. So when all that process finished in 2 years, I've been better and I can walk. I look at like there's no difference. So since that, I did not buy a cream that I used to use my money to get and use it. I know we are the older, we're still doing it. A lot of us doing it. Yeah, some of them, they decrease it, but they're still doing it because they got addicted to it. They're thinking they're not looking beautiful without it. But the reality is, you look beautiful either or. Longer, I encourage everybody that, using heavy cream and everything, and some of them, they're using it, sometimes they make to bring for you some cancer in the skin. And we have to think about that too. So that's the reason why I am grateful about why our children, they don't use it.
So you were influenced by your friends
Some,
back home?
oh yeah.
Basically?
I think I still have the picture in my phone when we were a kid. I am so beautiful. I don't know why.
So I would say also a lot of the self-image issues that I feel like a lot of the South Sudanese girls face and stuff, it really comes from the projection of like either their parents or aunties onto the kids as well. Like it's almost like they're putting their insecurities about themselves onto the kid, and then the kid kind of like just takes it in and just becomes insecure about that as well. I feel like at some point there is like a point where you have to like intervene and actually talk to them about it, where they do become big, like overeat too much, might have a binge eating disorder.
For the kid that don't want to eat too much, just like her when she was a kid, I have to force her how to eat. This one here, she give me wahala. Oh, she give me wahala. She do not want to eat. I had to feed her by force, by everything, and then she just, because she's hungry and she don't want to eat, and I have to force her how to eat. But yes, sometimes we feel like some kids, they just grow up skinny, and some kids, they just become chubby. In the gym, you cannot take your kid to gym, so what you can do is you're gonna change the eating habit. That's the only way. Yes, sometimes we let our kid feel embarrassment. We tell them that, oh, you don't, you're fat. Oh, you were too skinny. That is gonna make them to think about a lot of bad things.
And I would say also that a lot of the times whenever there's like aunties or parents who do say these things to the kid, it's like they don't know what to think, because most of the time they're not even skinny themselves, or they're not even, you know what I mean? Like someone who's thicker than me want to tell me why am I gaining weight or something like that. Like that don't make no sense. How about you take care about your health, and I'll take care of mine.
Exactly. Sometimes we forget about ourselves because we are giving ourselves free jail card that we have them, and that's therefore we are big. But you realize that you're big, and you're telling a child that it doesn't have nothing to do in this life. If she wants to change around, she can do it. She can go to gym 24 hours and she can look different. But what about you? You're going to stuck like that and you're going to be bigger and bigger and bigger until you can walk. So be careful sometimes when you're telling children stuff like that, because that hurt them. That it make them think about they're not good enough, they're not healthy enough, they're not eating enough, all this kind of stuff. So as a parents, we have to stop those kind of stuff. And those auntie that they're talking about somebody's children in any given time, guys, stop. If you want to encourage a child you want to talk to, call that child and talk to them. That would be okay. If she like it or she don't want to hear it, it's okay. But don't talk about somebody's children all the time in your mouth in any given time. And you do not even want to talk to that child by yourself and encourage that child how he or she is going to move from the situation that you hurt. It's not okay. And for the parents, you have to encourage your child that every time that you're beautiful, you're good, they look at the stuff in the internet and thinking like you are not good enough. You have to encourage them. And if there is a bully at the school and anywhere, you got to stand up for your child. That's all I'm saying. You stand up for your child. It doesn't matter how, you got to stand up for them. That's all I'm saying. Because it's going to hurt them, not right now, but more they grow up, more, like there is a stuff that happened to me when I was a kid. But now when I'm grown up, those people, they really mean. You will think about all that stuff and it hurt you the most until you talk about it. If you don't talk about it, it's going to be inside your heart there. It's burning you and it's making you angry. At least you talk about it and then you will get the release. Talk about issue so that you can be free.
Okay. I would say that if you're dealing with any self-image issues and any identity issues within yourself, definitely take down a notch with like your screen time and your screen time on social media platforms. I would say being on things like places like Instagram and TikTok and stuff, like doom scrolling and looking at looks maxing videos, like that's just way too much, and it literally rots your mind and creates this self-doubt about your features that now people are doing plastic surgeries to change their features, and it's becoming very, very normalized. But I feel like the less that you are online, the less that you compare yourself to other people, the next person, and the more that you start to feel more in tune with yourself and your image and, you know, your own beauty and everything that you really have going on in your own life. I mean, I understand like social media, it's fun, but keep it just a fun, entertaining place for you, I would say. And not even just that, but I think having less screen time on social media also brings back a lot more of your creativity in a way. Like if you're a creative person, just seeing a bunch of things like that, it almost feels like you don't know what to do or how to make yourself different in a way.
Yeah, it can be controlling. Like some people, they don't even have time to cook. They don't even have time to take a shower. They don't even have time to do anything because the social media controlling you instead of you controlling the social media. So when control you, trust me, sometimes you can burn the food, or you cannot be creative, or you cannot even go to shopping. You cannot talk to anybody because your mind is just locked up with the social media mentality that anything that you want, anything that you need, you're going to find it there. Trust me, you're not going to find anything there. That just keep it for just entertainment. If you are a content creator, create your content, put it there, just take 20 or a couple minutes, get out from there and do something else. That will help you a lot. Or better, read the Bible, go to the gym, just go to shopping even you're not buying anything. Just do stuff like that so that you refresh your mind, so that if you want to create something and you're just watching the video after the video, you're not going to create whatever you want to create because you're wasting your time just watching who is doing what and what is what. That is not good for anybody.
The view on relationships and stuff, like a lot of people are like saying, oh, if your man doesn't buy your car and buy you luxury items or buy you flowers every week. Like, you should just, leave him, whatever. But he could be a good guy, 20 years old, doesn't have a full career yet. You know what I mean? They're still trying to find themselves, but they want to find themselves with you. I feel like a lot of people don't see relationships in that way. They want to have, especially like women, like they want to have the man that already has everything, basically. And that's not a bad thing, but a lot of the times the man that already has everything is going to cheat. And they're going to control you with their money.
Yeah.
And emotionally. Like, they have the internet convince them that their relationship, even though they've never had any issues, like, they're just, that it's terrible, you need to break up with them, you can find better, you can find this rich man. And that is very damaging. I feel like not only to girls, but to the men as well. It also, like, even for me, watching those videos, I kind of just, like, roll my eye a little bit, because me, if my boyfriend bought me flowers every week, I would get so tired of that. Like, honestly, he probably buys me flowers every 3 months or something, which is great for me because I barely will take care of the flowers anyway. Like, I like how they look, they smell nice, I'll wake up and I'll smell them and probably water them, but I don't have a green thumb. Like, those plants will die. And, like, why would you continuously buy me those things just because, like, this woman says I need to have flowers every week? Now you're saying, oh, no, like, your boyfriend is wrong, like, he's the worst ever.
There is this advice in this social media. You have to know yourself. You have to know your relationship with whoever you're with, and you are the end of decision maker. Don't let any social media or anybody influence you, because you can make a big mistake that you cannot take it back. You might have the best person in the world, and there is no man in this life, at least if that person doesn't love you. But if any man that love you, they always want to do something that they want to make you happy in any kind of way. And if they don't have it, it doesn't mean that he's not working on it. He can be working on it. They might take a couple years, but basically, if you're happy, if he doesn't do shit on you, he doesn't do anything wrong, and he's still going to work, and he maintain whatever little one he got, keep him. He might be a blessing in some way and someday. Or girls, you have no idea those people they're showing, like, after they close the camera, they're beating themselves to death. It's just a content.
They get, like, their husband might work so much that they don't even see them, and they just give them money. Like, that doesn't fill your void of, like, wanting to be loved. Because I know a lot of people, they're like, oh, I'll just marry for the money, like, whatever. But
a lot of people marry
and
for
a lot of the times you can make the money by yourself. Why are you being lazy? Like, get up, go to school, do what you gotta do. Like, I don't understand that whole aspect of things. But if money is what you want, you can go and get it yourself. It's not something that a man has to provide for you. But it is a good thing whenever a man does want to provide for you. That's the difference.
Well, in the Bible, it said the man is the provider.
Exactly.
And we are the helper. We're supposed to help. We're helping with what? Having kid, raising the kid, helping in the cooking and stuff like that. But now we're here in America here. One income is not going to work. It doesn't matter even if you're a millionaire. Both of you guys, you have to be a millionaire so that you can get the lifestyle that you want. Because more your career is growing, more your bills is growing. So now you cannot compare yourself to somebody that's better than you. You want to be like that person. No, be in your lane. Be in your lane and just be happy. Be happy for the person that made it too. Because if you're not happy with the person that made it, God might block your door because you're not ready for it. You have to be happy for the person that did. And if you really want to make it so hard, ask questions like, hey, can you help me to make it like the way you did? There is this simple example, it said, don't give the person the fish, show them how to fish. So if you make it out there, and instead of giving the people fish here and there, show them how to catch that fish so that all of you guys can be in the one place. It doesn't have to be in one level, but at least anybody can afford to live the life that they want. Because a lot of time, when we see somebody that made it, we have no idea how hard it is to just make it. You cannot sleep at night. You cannot have anything. Sometimes you just in your room thinking like what you're gonna come with to just make the next videos. It's not easy. It's not easy, guys. And just it will take one little thing forgot to click it for you. You don't need too many. You can do it for years. But when there is your time, it will not take even a couple hours. It will click. So you have to be patient. Celebrate the people that make it. Be happy for them. That's the way we have to be human and loving people. But don't say, oh, she did, and why I did not make it. If you do that, you just destroy yourself.
And it's going to take a lot longer for you to
It's
reach
gonna
your
take.
goal.
Instead of just forget and be happy with the person, when you're together, just have fun. She was or he was in your place before, but God elevated them. It doesn't mean that you have to be angry. It's not your time yet. Just what you love.
Important. Don't go out there trying to make an image of yourself that is not you, and then you're gonna have to put up that image every time you turn on the camera. You're gonna hate the work that you're in
because you're gonna forget what you say, because that's not something you just because somebody in that location, you be in that location. Our hand is not the same. Some of them long, some of them short. So we have to put our lives like that. Like we have to just be normal. When you're doing stuff that you love to do, you're working the content that you do, something that you're never gonna be tired of it. Talking about it, like this social media that me and my daughter doing, we're not gonna be tired talking about it because there is always something that we have to talk about it. We're not gonna be tired about it because we are passionate about it. Because while we're passionate about it, we need this content to go to majority of people so that people can change the way they think, they have it, the way they raise the kid, the way they respond to the children, the way to respond to the husband, the way the husband responds to the wife. That's the only thing we try to do. And trust me, if it did not get to the people today, tomorrow or 1 year from now, it's going to be there forever. And let me tell you guys, anything that you put in social media is going to be there for life. Whether you're alive or dead, it's going to be there. So we have to be careful too what we're doing in the social media. So that's all I'm saying.
But yeah, I think that's just gonna wrap up the episode for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this topic. If you have anything you want to say, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Did you want to say anything else?
No, we are done for today. Thank you guys for watching our episode.
Yes.
I hope you guys will like it. Please, you guys, share it, repost it in your platform so that we can reach to many people. Love you guys so much. We reached to 11K today in likes. We're almost 800 followers, so that's great.
All right. See you guys next episode. Bye.
Bye.